smooth in terms of transition into this kind of, I hate saying new meta, we keep saying that, but it all rides on him in my eyes.
I think on the other side as well, Eternal Fire looked very good. Like up against Fnatic, super aggressive, and right off the bat, right on cue, you're going to see this double duelist of Fabian and Izzy looking to try and put the pressure onto that attack side, and they're going to do this throughout every round of every map. They are going to keep pressing them.
Oh, aggression pays off, at least for now. Players stuck up close after the fight, but the flash is enough to deter any re-aggression from BBL, and they will be sent with Lover's Rock already out of the round. Seems towards this B site. A nice early fight, but one that doesn't go the way of BBL, and the man that you were looking at, Lover's Rock, the one to fall. It's only a pistol, but it is going to be something that, it's a massive adjustment going from the Yoru as buffed and strong as he was to the current meta, where you don't have anyone like that.
Such a big change for BBL in particular.
Yes, yeah. There's a couple teams, like I think Mates are also in that bracket, that they had so much success off of it, that now you have to prove you have that extra layer. And there's at least a return. Bringing it back to a 4v4.
Houdini unable to disappear anymore, but they have been able to take down one on the other side. The firefights continue. Echo looking to try and re-aggress back into that corner. Instead, though, it's Izzy to find one, leaving Loiter alone. Normally very good in these clutch scenarios, but does he expect the flank? And now being revealed, it's only going to make it that little bit tougher. If he had the spike, if he had the time, he'd be able to go back, but he just has to walk into the crosshairs, and Eternal Fire have their start.
Great cleanup here. Honestly, BBL able to get themselves into a position to actually pressure towards backside. Fortunately, even with the reveal here, which should feel like a freebie. To be a man down earlier on, Izzy's just able to counterbalance this so well.
I want to see as well, though, is like something that I find really interesting is the way that BBL like to play against some of the top teams, is the way that Eternal Fire like to play against them. So it's probably why they're quite good at dealing with it, but it makes it feel quite weird watching it the other way around.
I think certainly as well, bigger picture-wise, you look at a new, I don't want to say inexperienced, but a newer team right now having a familiar matchup. Hold that thought for a second. Izzy. A ton of pressure here. Fabian's actually going to find a bit. Neki to double down. Fabian again.
Down A.
Okay, they dealt with it.
Yeah.
They dealt with it. So what were you saying?
Oh, well, as I was saying, to come into this matchup in particular, with the history we have, this should be one for me that BBL just, like I said, total reset.
Orders was like, I sense it. I sense it. They're going for a knife in round 2. It's an in zone flawless.
Well, there's that familiar aspect we're talking about.
The crowd gave it away. Yeah, that's what it was. Quiet down, guys.
Guys, come on.
Jeez. But it is, I think one of the other topics that typically with a team like Eternal Fire you talk about is the amount of experience they have on the stage. But honestly, with their first showing there, with their showing last week, I really don't feel like it's affected them. Like they were looking really good on the stage. And I think they did run out of steam towards the end of the series, but all in all, those first 2 maps, they looked incredibly solid and not a single shake to be seen.
One of my major worries, though, is getting in their own heads. Like we saw Echo go like, we're better than Fnatic, they're bad, Vitality
some of the
bad.
delusion.
But it's like, BBL, no, I think they're still #1. It's like, well, no, come on, you gotta go full cocky, and well, speaking of that, Lover's Rock has found another opening death with a dive over the top. Echo is in a bit of trouble, but I'm looking at that judge. Wait, he's not found anyone, they've left.
They're bailed out. And it's not like they have a ton of space either. It is currently being filled in by Kraven, who's walking up on mid, and they've got the right read, and that side of the map is wide open.
Spectre, yeah.
Moving through slowly. That will allow Eternal Fire to fill back in that space. It's all a question of how much control can Kraven hold on to. They're splitting up now into the 3v4, leaving Rose behind to try to catch this play out of door or play that late flank. They need to do a damn good job of holding the line then when the retake comes in. Buy him time.
Looking to try and wrap back in. Only going to be the one trading off.
Concealment.
And Rose didn't find anyone, so he's got that long rotation back. Luckily, it means they can clear all of that flank and Loiter up top. He's going to be able to keep things in an advantage, only for the moment, though. Leaving 2 standing versus Rose. He's been phenomenal in these clutch situations. The problem, though, yeah, he's got to use a dart. No, it's too late. Way too late. He thought that he was being faked out by the tap, but not faked out at all.
Well, he got him.
That would have been cool 15
got
seconds
him in
ago.
the
Yeah,
end.
it would have been fantastic a little earlier on. You see, not even considering the dart at the timing you would expect it, right?
Yeah.
Confirm the first tap, get them off that initial half diffuse, maybe even isolate a player outside that smoke, but really bizarre. Rose, somebody who's traditionally very cool under
he's been
pressure here.
sick.
Yeah, questions being asked from the coach booth for sure. Total misplay in my eyes.
And you talk about getting in their heads for BBL. That's one that if it wasn't affecting them there, that's going to be in the back of their minds now for a little while. It's put them down to a low buy. We're coming in with a Judge, an SMG, some pistols. Oh my goodness. And well, there was an opportunity for the Judge there, but Odd has fires right back. Same weaponry, different result. And now Echo's there for the ranged fight that, yes, Rose will win, but
Rose ran out of that corner with a shock dart. He was just trying to kill the guy in the corner, ran out with his bow and arrow, swapped to his gun, still gets the kill.
Way more keen to use utility this time.
Yeah.
lessons being learned. We love to see
On the
that.
fly.
Either that or he is on a 15-second delay.
And the last shot by Odd as a triple for the Judge, and even an upgrade for him as well.
How's he survived the whole round, by the way?
Yeah.
He was the guy
Initial
in the corner
contact.
close. Like.
Still on the same Judge, I feel like. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me to see a very early timeout here being called. It's something just not clicking. They're not scaling up very well at all off the waylay once more. Another concern we saw previously, LaRock not really able to capitalize on that sort of pressure, which was a recurring theme last week.
What's going on? Afrofire's having a good time.
What was that?
Oh, well, we've got a musical bunch, it's safe to say.
But a
in
timeout
EMEA.
right away. At 4-0 down. BBL, I mean, you cannot even scratch your head at why they're calling a timeout.
Find comfortable entries to site, relying on Loiter a lot in the mid-round and the late round to actually find value in terms of kills and numbers. And that's just not the recipe that we saw early on from BBL that worked for them. It was all about structure. It was all about obviously fragging on top of that, but that's what they really struggled with. Here, Fabian gets a freebie.
Look at this
Again,
Loiter's on the
players.
corner in Astral form.
They were so focused on the players further back, but indeed, way more defenders there than was expected. Now you've seen the majority of their force on B long, pushed up. The response naturally cover this ground towards A, close in that distance. That means pressure's on
got
Neki.
ult, though. That's the thing, he's got his Nightfall ready to go. Puts him in position that he can at least delay this take or just set them up for a wonderful retake.
Yes.
It might be a little bit too late, though.
Bold investment to put it a little early here when bodies aren't in position. But still catches one.
Oh, anything more would
Beautiful
have to be a
stun.
miracle, but it's now going to look towards that run it back.
There's a spike going.
First player in. Yeah, spike yet to be planted. And actually, this run it back is going to get nothing. They're just hiding. They're waiting.
I mean, Eternal Fire aren't feeling the pressure. They've got them boxed in. Echo gets one for free. And now, yeah, they'll bail out, but what are you going to do over there? You can't plant the spike there. Fighting back out leaves Rose low and now down in the ground in the dirt. And that's where the hopes of BBL rest. A timeout and nothing looking better afterwards. Eternal Fire 5-0 up, and well, this isn't the vibe I was expecting starting it out. Sure, I think Eternal Fire can trade blows with BBL. They can step into this ring without fear, but dominance?
Do you know what it is?
That wasn't on the cards.
LaRock's waiting for someone to stand up, because that's what he said, right? He's like, don't stand up
Don't
against
stand
me.
up. They're
'cause you're gonna-
planted. They're planted. Actually, I thought Fabian was going to get up.
Oh, wait,
He's
no,
like,
no, no, no.
wait. Oh,
no,
no,
I know this one. I know this
forgot.
one. It's been a quiet start for LaRock as well, so we're waiting to see that double duelist, that individual brilliance that did feel a little bit more reliant. And then you've
Echo's
just got...
swinging with an op, man.
Yeah, you got your Cypher op player kicking things off.
Neki's not going to go through this, surely. The stun will stop him, slow him, but the ult still follows through. Fabian and Izzy, they found two. It's Rose trying to carry this mantle forward for the squad. Already a man down, and from bad to worse. Loida, you talked about it, Mike, relying on him in the mid-round. Well, he will not pull anybody back into this fight. Rose needs an ace, or it's going to be a 6-0 start for the squad that you would think should be easy pickings, historically have been. Nice shot by Rose. He's starting to believe.
I'm not yet. Another one, maybe. Wow.
The jump off timing was a little bit close. That made me nervous, but Order's quick enough, and I think it is also just you look at these two teams, and Eternal Fire will come into this game going like, this is a nemesis. This is a team that we want
nemesis,
to beat more than
and we've
anyone
got
else.
nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Like, we come out week 1, we probably surprised a few people in terms of the result, right? Or at least testing. But here, it's like, what have we got to lose? Let's keep on pushing this.
I don't know, I think that would annoy me more than standing up if I just look across the stage and bro's just emoting on me from his chair.
Well, 6-0 start. 7th round for BBL sees pistols in play. And I mean, in terms of the beginnings we were hoping for, it's certainly not it, but you expect BBL to have at least the fact that they're falling flat on their face like this, that's what's most shocking. If everything was coming down to clutches, then you say, fair enough. We've seen the individuals on Eternal Fire are definitely up there. But as you said, Mike, structure has been how BBL have found their way here, and off the back of a very strong Yoru, like playing to the strengths of the meta. That is missing right now. Odes has just tanked the slow, and he almost got away with one. The weapon retrieved the judge, but a chance to use it right there.
Okay.
That's a big pick.
That's just one. Echo's going to go forward again. We catch him. Caught out here. Loiter able to shut him down. Just Fabian and Izzy left now. Op in hand for Izzy.
I've witnessed a few of these rounds today, but I didn't expect to see it in this game. They've also had so many ultimates available for them in this one, but it's not really looking like it's going to make a difference. Hunter's Fury sat there. Overdrive, if needed, from Larocque, but you're kind of looking at Izzy now, like, and unless someone gives him an angle, this is going to be so difficult.
Please don't give him an
trying
angle.
to defend versus the taps. A chance for Larocque to just basically run in, and he's gone past one of the players. It's starting to get a little bit dangerous. Mystic digs out, but the grab wall's still in place. Rose, I think he knows he's got the Hunter's Fury, so Izzy's just looking to try and hunt him down. Will do just that. The last man alive, but that time is seemingly too far gone. Even still too close for comfort, but it is a round for BBL.
I mean, you can at least give them the caveat that for the weaker weapons, sure, it can spiral in the post plant and so on like that, but you really wanted to think this would be the dominant round for them, the resurgence, the bounce back, but
That's
they almost got diffed by Izzy.
Where is he? Where'd he go? Any call out?
Okay.
No, but he's standing. He's allowed to stand up. It's the
I'm just more, is that the round you
still
stand up in?
Still seated, yeah.
You think Izzy's going to look at just stand up and go, oh yeah, he got me. Like, he just almost decimated the whole roster.
It's been a rough start for Kraven and Lovers Rock as well. Kraven, you normally kind of expect him to be finding that space on the extremities while these sort of faster plays are coming through, but at the moment...
Oh my God, Loiter again caught. Great catch from Izzy.
The last one was Echo doing that.
Yeah,
Now they've got Izzy doing it as well. Seems whoever has the AWP is going to be aggressive. Larocque wants to try and turn the tide. The first kill immediately. Wow! Okay! A crazy shot coming out of Izzy! And now Echo as well! What is this team made of?
Everything landing for Eternal Fire here. Getting the spam in, but Izzy does so well.
My up doesn't work like that. And it's not pretty from Rose, but again,
They're up!
And now they lose every round.
Now
from
it's,
it.
now it's 13-7.
It's 13-7.
You've activated my trap card. This is ridiculous, though. And again, we talk about confidence for the Eternal Fire squad coming in with a dominant start. Oh! And you can see the mental, even in the coaching booth, is crumbling here for BBL.
And what's concerning is that first time out was almost the crack of the whip, right?
Yeah.
And it's not taking effect at all.
Well, it was what they lost the round afterwards. Finally get back on the low buy and right back to losing ways, which is just going to hurt that loss bonus and put BBL in a spot where, again, it's a mixed bag buy. This is where they've looked best, I suppose.
I think that the scariest thing for me is this is BBL's map choice.
Yeah.
The next map is the one that, well, Olf was winning with stand-ins versus like Liquid, so...
And the struggle versus Pacificon.
Yeah. If anything, maybe the series is starting to flip, but it's a long, long way to go. Okay.
Thank God he's out of there.
An attempt made. Kraven will take down the ult. Hunter's Fury with an opportunity, but the spike's been dropped on the desk, and actually the Hunter's Fury's found next to nothing. Now Fabian already looking to retake space. They've even got the planted as well. One man standing. Guess who it is?
Oh, well, he gets 2 out of that situation. Hey, not bad, but
Not bad.
that was hilarious from Fabian. The wall goes down. He just looks at the floor, throws a flash, and his body's left when he looks up. It's like a magic trick.
Yeah.
Thanos snapped them, but another timeout, round 10. We haven't even gotten to the second half. And BBL, the squad who were favorites, the squad who went to a Masters, the squad who, by the way, always defeat these guys, have called their second timeout.
Well, just to come to that, and again, obviously in terms of life cycle here, it's problem solving on the fly. It's something BBL haven't really been tested on, right? Series by series. Sure, a few close.
I mean, now with 1 round win does feel a little bit more silly.
Can we get a
They're not
replay
gonna
of that?
stop, though. They're
No,
not
of
going to
course.
stop.
They could lose this map 32.
And they'll still be up, yeah.
Well, we'll get him in the next one. I do like that about them, though. I love the
Part of the
sort
charm, for sure. Yeah.
the aggro flair that they have, but it's not looking good. And on the other side of things, Eternal Fire, this group may have just become interesting because from this point onwards, I was like, oh, well, maybe it's going to be 3 teams battling for the top, 3 teams battling for the bottom.
It wouldn't be EMEA without a mess
Of
for
course.
qualification.
Yeah, it has to be
when we come
confusing.
into week 3, effectively.
Someone trying to do all the math behind the scenes,
yeah.
just like, it's not possible. There's 4 million different things that can happen.
Oh, a minute left on the clock. BBL being cautious on the way through. Dive in from Lover's Rock, but he's met by a stun. Dodges it at least, but he won't dodge that shot from Izzy. Put to bed. The grab while keeping LaRock out as he swings in. It's a bit of a messy fight for both, but he'll get there in the end, and so will Loida. That space taken towards the B site, and now they can pounce on it. Only one player here. It's Ordaz, a rifle, and he's completely surrounded. This is definitely pointing towards BBL finding their second.
It would need to be mistakes.
Barring something crazy, right?
Yeah, we've
We
had a
haven't seen
few
that
of
so
those.
far.
They've seen him, though. They know where he is. He's revealed. It's a solo fight, though. Again, LaRock a little bit ahead of the curve, but Rose is there to trade things out. It's a tough one to turn things back, but honestly, Izzy's been using that sniper like a shotgun.
Well, yeah. If he can find one for free here, but everybody tucked on the side of BBL.
Do they stay tucked, though?
The cam's being destroyed. Kraven might want to go lookabouts now, and if he does, it's going to be the op waiting for him. Shoulder peeking the angle for now. Just spotting that they're not close on the side, ready for the long players, and there it is, a good catch by Kraven that leaves Izzy in what should be an impossible situation. With an op and a 1v3 time against him. And he's just got to get out and save that. Oh! He's got other ideas. What?
That about sums up the approach to this series in general, to be quite honest with you.
Well, I thought I understood what was going on there when he went backwards, but...
Yeah, I think we've got to upgrade from quite aggressive to
Yeah, never back
ridiculously
down.
aggressive. Yeah,
Never back down.
Never what?
The best part is he goes on your feet. Now he gets the shorty out,
starts
fires
calling
one
people
shot,
bots.
and then goes,
That's
"I'll
what
go
you know.
again." Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's when they're back.
yeah. We're not there yet.
Not quite, understandably.
Lovers Rock 1 and 10, man. I can't help but keep looking after every round. And again, it's another round previously where they struggle on that first initial step in terms of finding an engagement.
Yeah.
But they fall totally short.
Rare miss.
From Izzy. Oh,
Okay.
Good for the second, because
There you go.
Loiter's still walking forward on that.
He decided I don't need cover.
How could he have known there was an op there?
That's true. That's a good point, actually. They always say you should always re-peek ops. There's a good chance they missed the second time.
That could have been a
I mean, also,
decoy.
Izzy double swinging out the smoke. Okay.
It is a little aggressive, but who's surprised after the last round? Now stuck behind the box. That's spam.
Izzy's here, by the way.
Has he not been hit? He hasn't been hit. Finally, a shot lands, and Fabian fires right back. A triple for the man who was dead to rights. And now Kraven, he's got the whole squad to take down BBL, falling way behind. And this is their map pick. We said it already, but as the rounds go on, it's becoming increasingly hard to believe. Can we check with our graphics department? Are we sure? What's happening?
Another clean round. But also, I just love where you see Izzy get both of his kills. They're on polar opposite sides of the map. It's almost like he's playing that Yoru and is able to TP over. He was working as a support system as well for Fabian, but Fabian did not need it. And again, you go into this game after everything we've saw through kickoff, through Masters, and go, okay, we got a double duelist, LaRock and Lover's Rock. One of them has a combined 6 kills. The other double duelist has a combined 25, and it's Izzy and Fabian. Would you have seen that coming in a million years?
In a series that they're pitching as like, this is just, this is hard team diff. This is history
their
diff.
map.
Yeah.
Whew, what a wild ride so far. The first half coming to an end. Eternal Fire ahead.
Lovers Rock has the rifle, Bros has the pistol. Just saying.
Well, by how much will they lead? Lovers Rock has taken a bit of space towards the backside, and Eternal Fire left this wide open. That's almost what makes me worried. Do BBL overextend? Do they give them the fight? Because Izzy is very much hoping they will. And the ult there for Fabian. Lots of utility.
So much gets played up on it.
He's still got a kill! What?
He's come out with 2 off the ult that was only halfway when he started moving. LeBrock is going to be able to survive on 1 kill alone, and now it's all down to Kraven. 1v4. He's not even got 4 kills in the series. Fabian is pulling off a madness.
I think I didn't wake up this morning. I think this whole day's been a dream.
Are we dreaming?
That's the only way I can rationalize what I'm seeing. And look at that.
Look at him.
You would be, wouldn't you? 10-2 at the halftime. A frankly ridiculous performance from Eternal Fire. And it's the C's, it's Rose caught in the hot hands. That's what leads to this pure chaos on the server. And you can see Eternal Fire, they are using this energy to their advantage. They're getting in BBL's face. All that's left to do is see how the second half plays out.
And the inability to close out some of the rounds of the second half, now they're being dictated to in map 1. Split now becomes,
Also,
exactly.
the biggest thing for me, Phoenix, normally way better on the attack.
Especially when it's in the hands of the Swiss Army knife that is Fabian.
Yeah.
Jack of all trades and master of a few, seemingly.
That's the cool thing about this roster, though, is like we came into the year going like Echo and Sop, Echo and Sop, Echo and Sop, and then Sop goes to another team. You go, ooh, is it going to work out? And Fabian's been unreal. Like even when they were playing with stand-ins, this guy was like putting up crazy numbers.
Yeah.
Now they got a full squad together. It's exciting. Put it away.
Go.
He's not having
But
it.
dwelling on that Yuto, isn't he?
Yep.
That one dart he didn't use.
It's not having to be said he didn't use his arrows. Okay, Kraven. They're going to keep going as well. Big crunch towards Art. Love to see it. Bit of confidence in play with Echo all alone. The pistol will be there for BBL. Any port in the
He's
storm.
back on his feet.
And they are screaming.
Even Rose was up for a second there.
He rose up. Indeed.
Fair play. You stick to your guns. I'll also say as well, like, obviously Lovers Rock, one of the worst stuff we've ever seen from him. Going into the defense with the waylay, way easier for him. He can pull out that sniper. He can still go pushing
down
in a similar vein.
One
obviously
enemy
can't
remaining.
go back anywhere near as far. But I think there's a very good chance that he's going to have a way better second half. Or at least I hope so.
Fabian lapping it up as well.
Well, you would be. At this point, you know, it feels like they've got some bark in them still, but not much bite when it comes to the real rounds, the rifles in play. This, I think it goes without saying, but Mike, after the game we've just seen, I will say
they love a season.
they need to win the round with the pistols, and he's caught wallbang by a classic. Echo at least
Did he get
trades out here.
yo-yoed? It's like you try and slide and you get
Yeah,
swung.
it pulled him back in and he gets spammed.
I think he's trying to slide into a corner that's not, but he's spammed on that angle.
Well, that's a start, at least. And it's a nice usage of utility when you don't have the rifles to really take the fights. Granted, it was a classic wallbang, but it's nice to set yourselves up for wallbang success there. But they would need a what a timing style round to have any chance here. Now that they come to basically open combat with much better armed opponents.
Kraven in his element.
Nice.
Give him his setup.
Not sure about that one.
Okay. Well, okay.
I'm
That
getting
is
worried.
already way more damage, but okay.
He's still alive.
Shock dart out. That one did land, and well, Rose has got the job done. That was not clean, though.
Well, it came up against 5. Was there a single pistol upgraded? 5 classics, right?
No, 5 classics.
And it's a 2v1 in the end where he gets a
ton of
rifle.
damage done, and Fabian's going to come in now, just 1 point away from an ultimate here. in the first buy, which is a terrifying prospect.
Yeah.
Him having a second life and being able to run in and just shoot
two
heads.
chances to run it down in the same round. Nah.
First rifle round as well. Yeah,
I love this, by the way. I love this. I actually love this.
One of them seems a little bit more frustrated than the
Yeah.
other. The other seems to just be
Fabi just
smiling through it. I love
through
it.
Oh,
It's the
man.
best counter.
Oh, early aggression from BBL. 4 players taking A main. Eternal Fire. I don't think they heard too much of that. Like, you'll know that they've taken control, but not that there's the entire force of the defensive side over there. So they're still just sat back waiting, hoping to catch aggression, but wrong place, wrong time. It's curious if BBL don't keep deep control here. What do you think about it? Like, look at this position they've fallen back to. There was 4 players early to take A main, and now they're right back on site.
Yeah, the paranoia of having effectively somebody anchoring with a ghost, and then Rose obviously here as well. Neki's found
It was a B
Krevin
long.
here.
Yeah.
Look at where that's happened as well, all the way deep on the B site.
Great stun.
That's decent, but I don't think it caught the players further back, so swinging into the blender. And to be fair to Eternal Fire, we've talked about this squad as like this aggression machine, just constant pushing all the way through. This was a great round. Just played it nice and slow. I don't think I've ever seen a Phoenix ult go through there.
Did you catch that there where Echo gets the kill on Lover's Rock and he fired a few more bullets than I think he needed to?
He was just checking.
Just double check, yeah. He might be, he went prone. He could have prone, so just double, yeah. Better safe than sorry. Nice shot. But still so much more work to be done for Loida. He's gonna need to get into a 1v1 for me to believe. And Eternal Fire immediately, mostly back off. Echo stepped into the site now. He's feeling confident, and he should be. A 3K for Echo, an 11th round for Eternal Fire. And, well, we don't see it, but he is spamming all of his bullets into the spike.
He's not spamming the spike. Like, he's just spamming random things at this point.
And that's where the camera's going to go, right? So he knows they can see.
Oh, the running back literally tried to go through the little hole into the spawn.
yeah.
It's the most insane place I've ever seen anyone use that ult.
Just to fizzle out.
But again, for Fabian, it's like you're going to get that ult back so quickly. At least one orb is normally fairly easy to
Another one here, he's
contain.
halfway back.
Yeah. And with how he's playing, probably have it by next round, if not this one.
Well, Rose's financial struggles continue. Bucky in hand for him, rifles elsewhere. Only the neural theft available here for BBL. Good catch here potentially with Shock Dart. But again, Echo just gets onto the angle. Check it again, another.
Oh, double tap, just in case. For Eternal Fire.
It's so easy to forget that this is his second game in the league.
Yeah.
And the first one was against Fnatic, and he was arguably one of, if not the best player in
He
there.
was fantastic.
Ridiculous. Other than maybe Alfia. Alfia had a pretty good day.
But even then, like, there was promise in that game from Eternal Fire, especially the first 2 maps.
Probably should have won.
Yeah,
Other than
could have
Lotus.
been 2-0, yeah. But when it comes to this match, it still didn't make me confident enough that I'd say, like, oh, they've got a good shot at taking it against BBL. It felt like maybe catching their opponents in a bad day last week, but this is completely, making me completely rethink it. Again, if this was their map, I'd still be like, well, obviously they came in super ready, but BBL came in confident in this matchup, confident in this map, and I'm seeing no reason for that confidence to exist. Nice stuff from Kraven to find one, but they're still behind. They need a big play, and Lloyd is going to try to be that playmaker. He's found himself a double, and now they're right back in the game.
Big win to post here, especially with 3 people staying alive. Able to stabilize potentially for another couple of rounds here. Issue being the money on the other side, and there's a very, very small margin of already being on 11 rounds. But looking at that, I mean, one away from the divide for BBL. That's about it in terms of positives to build upon.
But that's the thing. Like, I think the Kraven step up already on this defensive side has been massive. Like, I think he was on 3 kills in that first half. The second they've been walking into that A site, he has been performing incredibly well. And I want to see if that can continue. But I don't want to put parity to the last series, but we've obviously seen the same maps. It just feels like it's already too far gone. Like, I'm looking at Eternal Fire and going,
The forefront of my mind. This round, they come in as favorites. And it's going to be BBL to have to prove otherwise, even with those weaknesses. Hell, they did it with Classics.
they've done it with everything so far. I'm looking at Izzy with the judge as well. That's enough to strike fear. But early presence, actually on both sides of the map. The Cam is going to give Echo's position away, so it's not like he's going to manage to sneak through like he has before, but Izzy's got a lot of ground.
Oh my
Spam
goodness.
connecting onto Rose there. 11 HP.
That's
Don't
a lot
necessarily,
of...
yeah, don't know how much damage done there, but I feel like they almost feeling good. But Fabian's got all the way back through again.
Oh, the jump up. Oh, we were almost cursed by it last time. This time he's been caught. That's unlucky. The solid find by Loiter at least. There's still the low HP Rose. And it just feels like the amount of space that Eternal Fire are able to get, but also, at least in a couple of moments in this round, it felt like it wasn't known and had to be found.
Bring them down.
Look at the push-up. BBL have taken full control of B long, and the spike is just walking right through the space that's left wide open. They rotated through their own spawn. They're now rotating through the attacker spawn, all to try to deal with this A play where Echo is. And now the spike goes down. They have to kill Echo. They have... Hello!
What?
He was there!
Shot at you.
They knew he was there! Well, okay, that's a throw. Fine, and now another one. Advantage to the attacker side through massive misplays, and BBL, now they've got to brawl their way back in. At least Laroc's there for the first.
Oh, now that judge becomes ever more deadly. Okay,
Hello?
no, they might just stick it right in front of their nose. Somebody needs to get on this! How has that happened? It's just the same as what we saw earlier with just thinking that they had more time. And while they killed them all, but seconds after that clock is gone, BBL have really snuck that one out of nowhere.
I mean, again, what's being communicated here? One other side of the divide here knows Izzy can't run this down. I mean, he could. Create some sort of distraction, but I'm curious as to what the plan was exactly there.
So like after a round like that, you might pop your first time out. Like, that's more what I'd think. That was messy.
Getting lower by from Eternal Fire, sure, but
yeah,
one that they arguably were in a situation to potentially convert.
Pacey here. This is coming through straight away off the back of the running back. They take that orb immediately. This is something that should have been expected by BBL, seeing he's one away, passive positions, and Kraven just about gets away with that one. But he's kind of confined. I like this though. Regression, but have gone past Izzy. We've seen that one before. He's been able to dodge and dive past the squad, and he continues his push! He had to take his gun out of his back pocket, then somehow still hits the shot. Lovers Rock's nightmare continues. Now Loiter has to clutch. That might have just been his moment. He was given opportunity.
Izzy is going crazy, man. The number of times he's able to slip into just weird positions that just totally unexpected here. Absolutely runs away with this one.
Did they buff Neon with a dimensional drift? Can he just turn invisible in the middle of rounds?
The 3v2 there, you know the op is towards Flowers, and he goes, you know what? Screw it.
This is the thing as well.
Slide in.
Look at what he's able to do on the back of Fabian popping the ult, right? In terms of talking about this composition, he takes all the space alongside him and then can backstab just like that.
And
beautifully done.
An oversight from BBL.
The
C's Molly! He's done it again! Fabian! Absolutely decimating these guys with free utility. And a little help from his friend. That is disgusting.
I don't even know if we can get this stat, but what's the most Phoenix mollies we've had in the game? It has to be this one. It has to be.
Oh, another. Now he's stunned. Now he's got to be dead to rights. Surely. Up close. Oh, my God!
He comes out of it smelling of roses. It's only one left. The Garden's about to eat them all, only leaving Loiter. Fortify, there's no way. Like, even just look at his position. The spike down. They're going to be guarding every position. Of course, Fabian's pushing. Of course he's going to push him. Why wouldn't he? 21 and 11. An incredible performance from Eternal Fire.
Well, let me tell you. Yeah, when realistically, they're one of the few teams that have made no changes and they were bottom of the table last stage. It seems pretty reasonable to assume better from a team that was, you know, making pretty impressive runs on the global stage. Now, 0-0. We're back to square footing. And for BBL, a chance to correct what just happened and a chance to stop history from having a bit of a hiccup. This is the squad that they always beat it, and now that it arguably matters most, struggling, at least on map number 1. Their choice. The bounce back on split already. We're seeing the plant down, and Eternal Fire having this late play from Audaz with a lot of distraction on ramp, on site. They're drawing the defender's eyes, and that's opening the door for Audaz. It looks like his team are doing okay and holding the line for now. Audaz strikes, Kraven falls, and now they have to speed up on that defense, cover that ground, and get onto the spike, which is wide open. Planted for heaven. Huge fight for Rose, though.
It's gone the other way. It gives an opportunity, but they're just sticking the defusal. And I think they've got it as well. Yeah. It looked like that was a done deal. I was about to say I thought I was finally going to see a successful post plant, but it's not happening. It doesn't exist. Not today.
I mean, they're here at the perfect time as well. Audaz able to get back through vents at the time, and they haven't even come out of rafters yet. So everything lining up here perfectly, but BBL, I mean, Loiter in particular, able to survive the bizarre exchange on elbow.
He was like, right, yep, I'm going to do everything.
I think that's the important thing too, though, the fact that Audaz had that flank, had that play, and had a star on the spike.
Yeah.
He was that first condition to slow them down, to buy more time, and to nullify the smoke that was in play. And he gets picked by Rose, and now the round is in complete disarray.
It looked like Eternal Fire were going to have their dream first map and their dream start.
No more
Echo thought he'd thread the needle. That's something that I think after the last map especially, they're going to be considering a lot, because he was happy to just push the boundaries on what we even consider a lurk.
We have to find, I mean, Izzy, Shorty in hand, but 45 HP now. With Kraven and Lover's Rock able to hold down the fort for the time being. Slight readjustment here on the side. Eternal Fire. But again, how do they scale out a main here? If you look at what's left in terms of abilities, Util, Fabian with a paint shell able to force somebody off an angle for sure, but Paranoia laying in wait.
And even the smoke there to start. It's already a tough fight to take with the top being watched by Kraven, but the Paranoia that would be fired through, it's a death sentence if you push on through. But instead, they're moving back. Whether this is still to play towards B, especially with the spot from Izzy, I think that's probably what we're looking at. Now we've seen Audaz tuck in the corner. Yeah, they're going to go up here, but they're going straight into a judge. Lover's Rock with a chance to tally up some kills here on the Jet. With a 3-piece to start. Not bad from Audaz, but okay, that got a little shaky towards the end there, but 4 players alive and the weapon safe.
And what's crucial here, especially now coming into the bonus here for BBL, is the ability to continue slowing things down. Again, the biggest scoreline deficit that BBL probably struggled with this year versus G2. Back in Santiago, just an inability to adjust, able to really be decisive in some of these earlier rounds, crucial for BBL's success here on Split.
I think for Eternal Fire as well, it's going to be wanting to get that momentum back, because that was the good thing about the last map, is they never lost it. Like, they just kept hammering home all of those early advantages, kept winning these seemingly impossible rounds. So they never had any of that doubt, never had to worry about, well, okay, Larocque stood up for 1 round, but he sat down for the rest. It's going to be difficult to keep that going, and you can already see, at least from Lover's Rock, that confidence hasn't gone anywhere. He's getting around the edge of all of their utility and potentially going to pincer them here.
Spike made it across as well. Another late lurk coming through mid here. Timing a little off this time around, but still unnoted. The Prowler missed him on ramp as well.
Oh, he just dove in. The dash from Lover's Rock with the judge. Okay, there's Neki down. And an upgraded rifle for him to play with. The flank, though, still going to be a problem if they can delay that push just a little bit. There's Fabian striking with Loida down. Kraven falls, and Lover's Rock with the recovered rifle, all that remains. The question of damage comes into play now. It's unlikely he wins the round, but the first already falling. Okay, now we're starting to believe. In he goes. Dash ready and online and gets towards the site, but cannot force a fight. The patience from Eternal Fire on display. And they'll get out with 2 alive, but good damage all in all.
That reposition's really nice. It's just to have that double peak at the end of the round, make sure that any chance of victory. But again, I always find this, I think it is a Turkish Jet thing, but it just seems like any player, like Cened's always the one that springs to mind. You put them back on the Jet, and it didn't matter what happened on the last match. It's like instant reset,
like, oh,
I'm fine now.
I remember.
I have a dash that isn't even that good anymore, but it's fine. I flash back to my youth when I could just farm everybody with right-click knives.
Back in my day.
And for them, that doesn't mean quite as much.
No.
That was like last
No.
week. Back in my day, Echo, it was a month ago when he wasn't allowed to play in the league.
Lover's Rock in a good spot with that operator, but the Viper wall can rob him of info, so they send the dog through. He'll push up and take A main control. That is a linchpin bit of map control for this side. And with the wall having that little gap on the right, you won't be taking the information out of his hands. Now they can back off, start to reinforce the B side of the map. And for a moment, it looked like Eternal Fire would force the issue in heaven. They'd have a favorable fight. They'd drag rotations, but instead they are walking back into the stacked side of the map. Well, most of them, at least. Neki.
Trying to fake on the back of this.
Oh, there we go.
Well, him being forced back here is crucial, actually.
They're intentionally making noise as well. Towards vents, they did it. They did the same with the boombot. They're trying to sell fakes. Spike's gone in. Spike's gone in alone, in fact. First player through was Echo. There was nobody else behind him. They've delivered the spike to their opponents, but then they're fighting off the back to almost retrieve it. It's made things a little bit easier off the back of the fake because
30 seconds
well, if
left.
you see the spike, you know where they're going.
Plant's not good for Neki either. He needs to win this duel.
Straight to it all. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Lover's Rock can't TP anymore, but they can still hit those op shots just the same. Krevin finding himself a solid start to this map as well, and a third on the board for BBL. This is looking like a much healthier map for them, at least to start. It is the attack side on split for Eternal Fire. We have to remember it's their pick, but good signs of recovery.
First ult cycle here going to be crucial in terms of maybe a pace change. You have to be aware of the fact that Showstopper on the brink here for Fabian. Izzy, just 2 points away as well. Do you have the Blade Storm for Lover's Rock, TP for Loiter as well. Again, this next buy round to follow this. Again, if BBL win it out there, they're going to be on a streak. Be able to apply further pressure in terms of the scoreline alongside the economy.
Go, go, go.
Well, like you said, it's pretty much all economy. They'll have the credits, they'll have the ults.
Yep.
Go into the next round potentially with a showstopper. Viper's Pit won't be far away. Sure, the same can be said for the other side, but they're going to want probably a kill or two. And so far, I feel like there's been a moment or two where Echo is being caught. Like the last round where he walks through with the spike when no one else has gone, that was uncharacteristic, but I want to see if this becomes a trend of them dealing with him.
Neki's found Lover's Rock, though. He's still trying to go forwards here into the waiting arms. Loiter, good for one, but Ordaz trades it out.
Still has some promise in this round.
Okay.
Ordaz really leading the team here in terms of the fragging department. Flashback buys Fabian at least a moment, and unfortunately he's going to be caught on the way out. Now that Showstopper fired in and found on Ordaz. A good attempt in an otherwise weak round, but still the victory's there for BBL.
Rock throwing investment in here just to secure, though, is key for me.
Like breaks our storyline.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, still with the Blade Storm for sure, but don't allow this to spiral out of control. 4-1 the scoreline now for BBL. But is he now an op of his own to maybe challenge Lover's Rock on some of these early angles?
It is worth noting as well, though, versus Pacific, defensive side BBL, score-wise, was decent.
Yeah, 8-4 the first half, I believe, yeah.
Attack,
Yeah.
they got the job done in the end,
Yeah.
but it wasn't great. So,
Like I said, lazy.
and then the last time we saw this map play was very good on the attack by their opponents, but thus far hasn't been the case. Early trades, early aggression once again, but this time Echo does strike, and a missed shot from Lover's Rock gives him a double. That's the Echo we know and love. Look at where the spike is, but
They're not interested in planting right now at all.
I was going to say, the position there could have been dangerous.
Well, now they need to be.
And now Krevin's like, on this rotation, I haven't
Hang
seen
on.
the spike, I'm going to go all the way back to B.
It's going to get ahead of him.
It's a really smart rotation by Krevin.
Timing.
Oh, he needs his rifle out, and he's caught! Neki! Prowler in hand!
He thinks it's-
and he runs
he thinks it's a
right
lurk.
back to A. I mean, even then, you think that that player, if he's behind him in mid, he doubles back, he goes vents, he gets the A site. Instead, Fabian was in main. That rotate way too long, and he decides to fill in the space. Hearing
Plenty of
nothing.
time to find a comfortable plant here as well.
30 seconds left.
Only problem,
He doesn't
really,
know
now
that.
for BBL. When this plant comes down, Fabian not only has the whole world to wander, but a showstopper. And as soon as you tap that spike, you're in big, big trouble.
So much ground to cover here as well.
He almost can't do it too quietly, because otherwise that clock is going to tick. Fabian. Oh, he's out in the open.
Did he get spotted?
I don't think he has any idea of where his opponent currently is. Time is going to be everything. He looks away, but he got him. It looked like that hit the wall.
I thought it was below.
I think that was just enough.
It's like only his head poking out there to take the splash damage. I mean, a miracle outcome. But Fabian, again, he's just so antsy in this situation. Yeah, it's literally barely his head poking out.
I like the body drop down as if like...
Yeah, thank God he's able to land that.
Oh, man, when he...
I like the frustration from the coaching staff when realistically they should have had no hope in hell in that round.
Yeah. No, very well played in the end, or up to that point. A very lucky set of circumstances leading to that showstopper finding a kill. But Eternal Fire closed the gap now. 2 rounds between them. Bladestorm online for Lover's Rock. A terrifying prospect, full buy, and if they need it, Viper's Pit is there to work with. It will be the Viper pressured early on. Kraven forced back and being hunted by the Prowler. Wall goes up, and so too does the Viper's Pit. Looking to reinforce the B side. It's a bit of a panic ult as well. Doesn't fully cover that back. Sight, good spray by Fabian. He's found the first, and now the judge looking to invade as Rose gets one up top, but everybody's falling. The pieces return Viper ult as well, and a shot from LaRock inside it. Almost brought them back into favor, but he's immediately caught by Izzy.
That looks so sketch when there's still 3 members inside that first pit that gets dropped. Able to overcome that pressure with pace, to be honest with you. Just wanted to get ahead of the rotation, even here with Fabian going a little further back. Gets caught off guard by Rose, but beautiful execution here from Eternal Fire. Izzy just running rampant with the judge here. Somebody dap him up, somebody.
Oh, I like the fact that off the pace he plays, it did just look like everything from BBL was just panic. It's like, just throw everything. And well, not a bad start to this round either.
Well, look at the situation we just had not long ago. Obviously a lesser purchase here, but look at the ults for BBL. Everything invested now. Got the Seekers back in that initial exchange. LaRock does catch Izzy here.
He's waking up.
That's the one rifle, so they try to go elsewhere, and, well, Rose had a chance. It's hard to aim looking up, and it's hard to shoot back with your knife out, but LaRock's able to at least land Echo. A 1 versus 3. Look, I wouldn't put it past him. Definitely time for Eternal Fire to still play a tight game. Good dodge on the stun. Pull's not going to catch him, but the spam does damage, and that's going to be an easy closer. 4-4. The attack side really starting to heat up.
You're talking about how crucial that early momentum is. See now, 3 rounds in a row to tie things up. Eternal Fire doing everything right in my book. Again, that crucial, not necessarily swing round, but in terms of the old cycle, like I said, the finances could have really spiraled out of control. So, great position to be in here. Well, feels like the home stretch this first half of Split.
Wait, it feels like one of those moments where, like,
any of the other teams, to be honest, I feel like they have a better chance of coming in with a strength in the mental game, but up against this squad, they're kryptonite in the past. This is where I expected, sure, we talked about it at the start, BBL, perhaps some mind games there, like getting in their own heads, but I'd expect that from Eternal Fire as well, especially if they start losing. But they've shown it here on this map, where BBL do show some strength early on, that they can still battle back, and in the previous, there was no need to. It had felt dominant from the get-go. 4-4, and, well, the orb is going to block Lover's Rock out. That's an annoying orb thrown out by the attackers. We saw this earlier on as well in the previous split, but not to the same effect with that big operator denied the early fight. He's going in? He's going in. He is fully sending it. Caught off for the rest of his teammates, and well, the trades will come slowly, if at all. Kraven doubles up. And Eternal Fire may reconsider this push unless Echo can land something, and it's a disaster. He's still alive! He's still alive!
Beckham still killing people.
Well, the crazy thing there is, again, it feels a little bit disjointed. Like, you have two players start running back in B main,
But they freeze on B main,
Echo just dives in, and so then the other two go with him. It's like, if that's all at the same time, I don't think Kreven kills everyone, but you give him isolated fights on an anchor on a site, well, there's not many players I'd want more.
They didn't even catch it there. Actually, Echo besting Lovers Rock on the way up through mid, so they know about him. At that point, the B main players have to come forward and pressure here. Slight miscalculation on the way in. Give BBL a round in response here. Back in the lead. Necessarily back in control though.
Oh dear.
Speaking of,
Dodged. Nicely done.
that showstopper not as effective.
He took 0 damage.
Yeah, 0.
He did now though.
He's taking a lot of damage there.
So he definitely knew there was two players on the other side of that smoke.
Yep.
And look at where his teammates are, by the way. It's not like there was any real chance at help.
Rose could get caught in spawn here.
Rose is waiting. Nicely done. Good read on the play. The spray, a little shaky, but he gets there in the end, and the numbers still favored to BBL. They're the ones that don't have to make a move here. But the double flank attempt, this is a big danger. Audaz is waiting, watching. They don't have utility to cover their back. Instead, they need guns to do it. But now, looking towards heaven, thinking that flank hasn't come through yet. I guess it isn't on the way, but they are about to find out the hard way if there's still players on that ramp. Audaz turned. He spotted them just in time, but now it's an AWP set up on the other side. What a shot by Neki. Audaz, well, he's already bypassed the AWP, or the AWP has bypassed him, catching Favian, looking back for more as Audaz creeps down. They haven't spotted him. A star going to be sent out to the grab well, can buy them time, and he takes down Kreven. Low HP on the side as well. A chance for Audaz, but the spams is what it comes down to. And Loida steps in to save Lovers Rock any trouble. 6 for BBL. Damn nice try, though.
Come so close to converting that. Again, it's strange to see the commitment here in B main. Talked about previously Echo being caught off guard. Here just feeding into that, desperate to find impact or value so early on in the round as well.
We didn't even see him.
Yeah, no, we just get the voiceover.
The scream just through the replay. It's crazy. But it's going to be the timeout taken. A couple of rounds broken back, but again, I feel like a couple of rounds where, yeah, there's been moments where you go, okay, that was risky. Those were things that could have easily gone back in the other way if a player had survived a little bit longer. I think it was a good spot out from Audaz, and he's been...
The issue for me, again, comes around Lovers Rock, and certainly in terms of the other changes we've seen, their ability to really get that timing, that synergy down. Here, it's a lot more traditional. So the timing should be a little tighter. That's certainly what I'm looking forward to in the second half. Really the biggest question for me. And again, in terms of damage control.
I feel like all of these rounds have been close. Like, I feel like every single time there's been a low buy for Eternal Fire, it's come down to a kill or two. So I'm looking to see if BBL are growing into this game or if it's going to be the same story.
Only time will tell. BBL being surrounded here. Ramp already taken. Plenty of players spotted, but not hit. That AWP, oh my goodness, it's an awkward escape
can't get out.
for Lovers Rock, but somehow he makes it out of there unscathed. Now, Flash goes through, no follow-up. They caught a few, those bullets. Well, we're down to the last, and the ult's gonna be popped. But the AWP waiting on the other side. There's the shot, but it doesn't land either. That could have brought them back to equal footing instead. Eternal Fire, they're still breathing deep into this round until they get the AWP. 1, 2, not a third, surely not a third! They fight him 1 by 1. Finally, the rocket sent in, but it doesn't take him down. The plant to be found. No nade, no showstopper. Possibly no chance if he's going to swing into Lovers Rock. He missed a shot early, but nothing since. And it will be LaRock to close it out.
Crazy back and forth here. A little awkward in terms of when the engagement finally happens in heaven. Eternal Fire just not able to do enough damage early on here. Lovers Rock just shining. Again, as soon as Audaz is down this angle, it's just a death sentence for Eternal Fire.
But they post on it 3 different times.
And again, nobody's really scaling forward on that. If he gets the one short, somebody else can get onto a deeper angle, maybe scale up onto site, but that looked like a tick.
It just,
That was a tick, not a cross.
That was an angry tick. That was a tick of, don't do that again.
Let's make them dance.
7-4. BBL looking back 3 rounds in a row.
Go get it.
The lead at the half guaranteed, but as we sort of mentioned earlier, as the second half, the attack half in their match versus Pacific where they struggled, whether or not Eternal Fire still have enough left in the tank to keep this one going. A pacey hit, but are they going to check? No, they're not. This is not the man you want to leave on his own with plenty of space to play with, even delaying them a little more. Neki is not long for this world.
Spike down.
And Echo, well, he's been the first man to dive in most. It doesn't help as well that Eternal Fire have a 22.2% win rate in pistols.
That's not good.
We keep airing that.
It's getting worse.
Yeah, it keeps going
It gets
down.
worse each time.
It's not a pretty sign. Well, early on, aggression from BBL. At least that's what they want Eternal Fire to think. Presence towards B main, and the rotations
Such a
have
heavy rotate.
come through. But Fabian,
Well,
second-guessing it for a moment, but he decides to
Neki.
commit. They'll sit on the B site with 4, and now, yes, we saw this on the last map. Neki isolated in a number of rounds,
Good luck,
but he
Neki.
always makes them pay for the space they're taking. Can LaRock apply that same price to the defense? No, he can't. Fabian shuts him down, and now even if Neki falls, the advantage is there in the retake. But I have a feeling Neki's got a bit more of a fight left in him. With one already down, it's 3 for the man who was all alone.
on an island here, catches a freebie through the wall. What a hold from him. Again, absolutely crucial. The catch here in spawn, an in-zone flawless here on the pistol, on the back of heroics here from Neki.
Yeah, those pistol odds are not looking so great right now. The stats sometimes do lie. But a big round for them overall. As you can see, he stood up though. That's a dangerous game to play. LaRock won't like that.
Honestly, with my eyes closed, that could have been Yetajay. He's got the energy.
I'll find you.
I love it.
I don't know. I think he needs to level up a little bit. Yeah, I have to turn my volume down when it's.
Yeah, it's very true. There wasn't enough peaking on the microphone, actually. Not enough general noise. Well, pistols for BBL, nothing but classics, unless my eyes deceive me. And this should be a fairly easy conversion.
Spike down mid.
Fairly easy indeed. 2 left, and well, a chance for them to hold on to everything. Keep in mind, Eternal Fire did invest decently into this round, so they really want to keep as many alive as possible. For now, that looks like it might be all of them. Well, okay. Maybe not how I want to see that weapon used, but it works.
Trying to be sneaky. But it's another in-zone flawless. Not a bad start to the defensive side, but if you're a BBL fan, probably not how you hope this will continue. This is where the rifles come in, but I always find with this sort of double dive, there's definitely a higher risk of it going wrong. You're going to have to play a little bit more contact. You're going to rely a lot on Rose as well.
Like I said, in where BBL struggled, particularly in week 1, and obviously what we saw in Santiago is the synergy around these two duelists here for BBL. With the comp change, sure, back to comfort, but fragging isn't everything, especially in this scenario now, with the way that Eternal Fire have approached this series today. Op in hand already for Izzy.
It's such a
That could
weird
be a curveball.
An operator in one player, a judge on another. And yeah, you're taking more aggressive angles because you're thinking, I have the weapon advantage here. It's a patient position from Loiter on the other side. And in fact, never mind. Ordas just going to wide swing it and wreck him with the
There might be somebody in
Bulldog.
B main, by the way. Oh, all right.
I'll check.
I'll sort it.
I'll find out. Got him in his back pocket. Okay, nice shutdown onto Fabian, but it looks like still the intention, well, will be feigned towards the B site. You can see Kraven was waiting outside A, and now he's grouping back up. For BBL, they've been pretty good at pushing and pulling this map. They had all of Eternal Fire, bar Neki, on the B site when it came to the pistol. Didn't convert to a round win, but they've been good at the control. Now, oh, they've been spotted, but Larocque uses that to his advantage. A solid wall
They
bang.
don't know about the
But
operator,
Izzy with the
though.
op. He's going to get a deep play caught
Don't need
by
to.
Kraven.
Don't need to.
He didn't
What
get
a
to
shot.
fire a bullet. You spend that many credits, and you don't even get to shoot.
Spike planted.
Oh, wow, Lovers Rock says, thank you very much. That's the fastest I think he's moved back into B main ever. That's a bonus, so they're going to go for this. They're going to try and do some damage. Neki's done well. That looked like an angle that he shouldn't have been winning, and Lovers Rock has just been tagged low. Snakebite goes deep, though they don't realize how close Rose is. And now for Neki, half HP, still not even knowing where at least one of these players lies. He knew where Rose was, but Kraven was the
Not
knife
bad.
in the back.
Not a bad attempt, but this is a costly round. Yeah, it's a bonus, but without even one rifle save, you've invested in the op.
Yeah, costly, and you hand the operator over, so almost a double-edged sword here.
One enemy remaining.
More Eternal Fire. And somehow, somewhere, I don't know where they've scraped that from, but I'm seeing another operator in the hands of Izzy.
Have they managed
Well, it's
that?
because Echo's still playing
Yeah,
a judge.
it's still playing the judge,
It's
yeah.
literally the sacrificial judge player.
Glass cannon.
He's going to be missing his orb, though, for mid, for that control, which has been so important. It just is generally on this map with your Viper. So important to have it locked down.
What did it cost? Everything.
He has to make it worth it. That's Izzy's job. If someone's broken that reveal, you know there's at least one there, and thankfully
when
he
there's-
doesn't go in peeking like Aw does.
When there's an operator on the other side, I feel like the glass cannon op really loses a lot of its value. It's like, you know that they're going to play slower. You know that they're going to have players posted on angles. So the risk factor just goes up massively.
And you hold the right angle, though, you can drop that up. At least for now, Izzy is watching the fall back.
There.
The barrel's been spotted. I should even know that's an operator at this point. And there it is! Izzy more than ready for the peak. Thanks to that info found by Fabian, and it looks like the attackers move towards the B site now.
You rat.
Directing themselves over here as BBL find a double, but Echo still up close with the judge. Patience pays off. What is he doing? He's gotten two. Stabilizing nicely, but the spike seems destined to go down on B.
Still got an 8 here for Fabian.
Fabian, the
30
plant as
seconds
well.
left.
No.
Oh, yeah. I think maybe.
Fine.
You want to get
Planted.
LaRock closer to that
That's what I
ultimate, but no. Fabian on that flank. I think he's here quicker than maybe they expected him to be. The steps. The timing couldn't be better for Fabian. And now it leaves just Kraven. He's been good in these scenarios. If they push him together, though, it's going to be tough. He still expects players to be coming from other angles, just hiding in the corner.
Orb up.
They've not checked it. They don't expect anybody to be here. So close. And
No!
now running through with the shorty in hand. But he thinks it's a fake. He thinks it's a fake. And now gets it all the way to half.
He's gonna take
And goes
this.
back on the angle. There was no way that Neki should have come out of that alive. But just the bait. He didn't think that he would even get it close to there.
If that orb was
Yeah, I think
an
maybe he
inch
thinks the
closer.
spike is just inside the orb, but can't check then. He has to drop it, has to reset. That is crazy that Neki's able to close out that round.
And a big blow to BBL. Fighting back like that for Eternal Fire. And then look, the economy looking decent on that defensive side. You certainly cannot say the same on the attack. This is going to be the gap closing yet again. Looking jumpable for Eternal Fire, and they can catch right back up to a squad that no doubt thought today would be a 2-0.
He's got a judge. He's
he has.
jiggle peeking with the judge.
He's going through. He's
This
going
is
through.
mad.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't keep pushing.
It's
He
gonna
falls
fade
back.
soon.
It's falling.
It's gonna fade.
Oh!
He didn't even get a kill! He didn't even get a kill! LaRock gets it instead! Oh my, already a manic start! And then the showstopper and the paranoia solid! Even still, Ordaz gets one, but surely the rest of the team are too far out this round. Maybe not. Neki's gonna go running in. He's trying to get ahead of it. The shot's not connected. Kills one! Oh, for Neki! And even has to seize! Looks to use the nightfall. Doesn't even
caught him!
realize he caught a player. And there's still one on this
enemy
corner,
remaining.
another for Neki, leaves it all onto the man with a judge, and he's still going for it. But the defuse is underway. He needs to move, he needs to run, and he's not in the right position at all. Neki's gonna win it alone.
That is one of the most bonkers rounds I've seen in a long time. Neki just going
Moment at the
nuclear.
end.
Nah, this is just insane.
Oh my God. That adjustment onto the player on pillar. Loida,
Nice, that's
it kind of feels like he faced a cheater.
Guys sound.
Comms.
9-8, a round they should have won from the get-go. They had a better buy, but BBL, they battled their way into that one, and then they fell at the final hurdle. Neki standing in their way, and now one round between them. Look, at the start of the round, you tell me it comes that close, you lose all your weapons, I'm not going to be thrilled. But the way that he gets there, that's momentum.
Oh, Lovers Rock has an operator.
He's got another.
Neki is pumped up. He's meant to be that sort of calmer leader on this team. It doesn't seem to be the case here, but one comes the other way at least. Rose, not the gun of choice. And the thing is, they've made this a close-range battle versus shotguns, but it seems to be working out anyway. Echo is genuinely... if this was my rank game, I'd say he was trolling.
Yeah. Well, somehow, some way, we're here. It's a 9 apiece.
Hey, welcome to the show today, brother.
There was a chance.
Welcome to the show.
5 rounds in the opening 6 of the second half. Will be a timeout from BBL, understandably so. And in a really solid position now. I mean, on the other side, BBL do have a pit and a TP available, but
9-9, neck and neck. BBL, the historic victor. For God's sake, the historic victor in this battle. And they are on the verge of not just losing, but being trounced. A 2-0. Eternal Fire with all the momentum. Aggressive play by Lovers Rock early gets onto B, and in fact, the whole team does. They have just wrestled this out of Eternal Fire's hands. Do they keep going though? And look for a second as they get towards the spawn. But they would keep on pressing, but with the Viper's pit up, there's no need. Huge advantage, right? It has to be. And there we go. Echo down 2.
Where was everyone else? Echo was so far ahead of the curve. He's fighting from rafters. Like, I don't think he's let go of W key the whole game. He's been watching Paper X demos, but now walking into a pit. Yeah.
yeah, give this up.
I don't like. There's been moments with the judge that have been insane, but that was just like if we I don't know if we could freeze frame on the map where he was, where everyone else on the team was. It's like they were setting up to move in, and Echo's like, "Wait, we haven't gone yet."
I was about to say, by the way, talking of deja vu.
Yeah.
The second half of Split previously started exactly the same fashion, a 5-1 response to get to this same scoreline. BBL able to stabilize previously, able to now find this response. Still, the buy protected, divide available, and op still in hand for Izzy. Lovers Rock one away from the Blade Storm, but now completely off kilter in terms of this ult cycle.
I do really like the approach in the last round as well, to just go that much more direct. You could see Eternal Fire were caught off guard by the pace. They didn't have players.
There you go. Eternal
If you
Fire.
needed a reminder.
0-6.
Yeah.
Is that Eternal Fire the Org or Ulf?
Well, roster, I guess. Yeah.
I would assume so.
I'll say that word.
Come on, Tom. Well, double digits found by the attack side. Still a big save from Eternal Fire. Op is still going to be online, but it's being spotted right away. They even try to spam him and nade him out of position after. Moving towards the A site. Now the Op is mid. Let's fill in the space elsewhere, and very favored in these fights if the Op can post up. Not going to repeat that surely. Fabian at least gets a nade through and a chance to damage those players on the way in. What is Neki doing? He dives on top. Kreven's caught off guard. Fabian should be dead to rights, but he makes it out. The double blast pack's working somehow. And now the Op setup contains them on that site. Lost, with no port in sight, and the storm brewing inside screens. Eternal Fire may even go for this all together. The Op just holding up in heaven for now, but the smoke.
Player standing.
And they're splitting up and looking for clues. It's risky, but it works out with Echo's double. I'm not sure I like that, though. When you're in a 4v2, to see Echo swinging out through that smoke, it felt like, oh, we're given equalizing opportunities.
Not Neki being like, I'm single-handedly winning rounds. I'm swinging out here. Cool. That's
I mean, it worked so well on B.
At this point, to find Kreven like that.
To be fair, I think every single one of their kills up until the 4v2 was one player swinging and taking a fight.
That's actually, I'm all right with it. Yeah, carry on.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, I suppose.
At least, I will say, maybe, because this might be because of the pause, Echo did at least go at the same time as the rest of the team.
Which is true,
Which is an improvement to where we were last round.
Different direction, but the timing was perfect.
Yeah.
That's all we wanted.
Even if he died, at least they're not all just looking at him on his own.
So not like, well, I guess we saved now. Got no space. Double digits for both.
Look at
Ops
the position they're going to be in, though, in terms of the ults now.
Yeah.
Eternal Fire reaping the rewards massively in terms of the last few rounds. Operator noted here. Lovers Rock will show his hand. Oh! He doesn't drop. He doesn't know they've scaled up there.
He shift walked backwards. That's a huge mistake. And now the punishment in for BBL, the man advantage.
No.
Neki! What is that? What?
Is he just on a 360?
No.
Oh. He's playing SSX while Loiter. He's trying to escape. No, there's another player in the vent!
Spike down mid.
There's a second guy down there! Fabian went back for more!
It's a
ended up in 2v2. The other two players are so far away. We get a breather.
What is this round?
We get to calm down for a second.
Spike planted.
I feel like this is how the Joker is, man. I'm losing my mind, man. Just the only response left is to giggle at the madness. A late play by Kreven. He checks main, and just as he turns his back, they start filling in that space. Slow and patient return from Eternal Fire, but the op now trained in just in time on that position. Great.
Last player standing.
Pick, and he went for more. He went for more. Why did he go for more? And now Kreven stepping into the angle. Oh, yes! He's gonna get it!
No.
Oh, it's so badly played!
What is this round, man? What is this round? First off, show me what happened with LaRock there. Neki just gets absolutely snapped on.
Our replay team are going to be busy this round.
Well, then there's this.
Yeah. They lose the first player event. The second player goes into the vent.
Oh, okay, it's a crazy shot, but what the hell was he doing peeking?
Yeah, walk it off, walk it off.
What in the world?
We saw that earlier. Walk it off.
Now look at the money on they've been able to scrape buys together. But look at it, it's going to come at the worst time if they... Oh my God. And look at the ults again.
I can't believe at this vital hour, all timeouts used. Coach is probably smashing the button on the side of BBL. Echo's done it again. They bypassed the utility. This keeps happening.
They've got
BBL
bumped in,
think the
that's the
space is
problem.
free. Now as they turn back towards the vents, they have no idea who's waiting for them. Echo lands the double. The vents. Well, it's theirs, but hold on, Kreven. Kreven snuck up through heaven, and Echo is now about to get backstabbed. What are these rounds? A 2v3, BBL still behind, but with a chance to split this defense. They're moving towards B. The only man there is Izzy with an op, and he's taking a very, very passive stance. They can get the plant from here. They still have the numbers to fight off against.
Well, it seems like there's always a traitor in the vents. People should be more aware of that, but going into the 2v3 scenario, Rose one away from a Seekers. Kreven gets aggressive. A chance of the 1v1, but there's another man coming round in the corner and can't isolate the fight. Leaves it on to Rose. Another chance at a clutch. First shot goes crazy. Seekers, but he's being rounded on. And Fabian quicker on that trigger. A 12 for Eternal Fire. We've said it. 6 consecutive defeats in the Tier 2 versus this team. The time they face in the Tier 1 could be the first victory they have.
What was the key to success today? Don't let history repeat itself.
Yeah? The next one should be for BBL, don't go vent.
Yeah. I am just blown away.
I can't believe it.
With how Eternal Fire are playing. And look at the player react. Look at that.
What a
He's
difference.
stun locked, man.
Night and day. But that's the thing, when you're the team that
villain
stands
arc
up,
is
that
starting,
screams,
isn't
that,
it?
yeah, that clip right there.
That smile.
How do you
That's
handle
where the trouble began.
How do you handle the losses? And it's not just the losses. In this matchup, it's got to sting more than ever. The team that they've always beaten, and now it matters most, and they're crumbling.
He doesn't die.
That didn't kill him! In goes the nade. That surely will finish him off, but no, he's still alive. Is he still got the off? And he ends up taking one down for it. Another for Izzy. A dead man walking, and they sent BBL to the grave.
I can't believe what we've just witnessed. If there's anything to give context